Hello, hello, and welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. How are you all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. It's a hot day here, the beginning of a apparent heat wave, little heat wave, the first one of the year, I guess, in New York City. So let's see how it goes because, yeah, I don't like the heat. But anyway, today was fine. It's gonna get worse during the week, but we'll see. I'll be working and I'll be in air conditioning. So that's not so bad. All right. So tonight I'm gonna talk to you about just how sometimes it's good enough to just get the paper. And in this case, that's what I did with the Velvet Meadow suite. I don't know if the suite is called something else. The paper is called Velvet Meadow specialty paper. It's one of the new ones in the new catalog, and it has velvet. Velvet. It's hard to see here in the paper in the under the lights, but all the paper, and I have already used a lot of it, has like little flowers that are in velvet. Very cute. And it's double sided. So the other sides are more, geometric or just plain. But you have paper like this with a back like that. And, I've thought I already have a lot of flower sets, so I don't need another flower set. But the paper is so pretty that I really wanted the paper. Look at this one. Look at this one. It's like big, big, bold. Um, Hi, good evening, Deborah. Big bold flowers. And what else? I think the red. Oh, this is the one that I haven't shown you. And the back has this lovely kind of, I don't know, like, I don't know if it's like floral texture. It's very, very subtle. But anyway, so I thought this is where you can put the beautiful paper to work and not do much else and just use whatever you have to make pretty cards, like just this paper, and you use your labels, use your embellishments, use your inks or whatever cardstock you have. Of course, ideally it has to coordinate with the paper that you get, but we all have a lot. And if not, you can always use white, like I did here. Well, I did white, and I did the new in color Peaceful Pine. But anyway, so use what you have. That's my motto of the day. Okay. Um, so they're all fan folds. Let me actually tell you. So I said like, oh, the colors of the paper are basic beige, berry bust, bubble bath, cloud cover, daffodil delight, and peaceful pine. So I'm gonna be using the berry bust, cloud cover, peaceful pine, and white mostly. I think that's what I did. But if you don't have those, just what you want, what you have. And sometimes even if it's not exactly the same color, it may work, especially in like a lot of really busy designs. So anyway, let's get to it. As I said, they're fan folds. I mean, this is not technically a fan fold, but I cut the contour here and I put it in a regular card. But it kind of, yeah, it's okay. So it's not exactly a fan fold. This one is, and it has, it's flat like this, then you want to open it. It has like a side easel that you pull there, and then the label comes out. And then this one is your bookbinding fan fold, but where you just glue it here and then you open it like this. Usually the bookbinding is horizontal, but I made it vertical just for variety's sake. And I think it looks so pretty. And this will make a beautiful thinking of you or sympathy card. And I don't know if you notice, I'm using here the new shimmer pens that come in all the 5 colors. Look at them. I have them right here along with my gel pens. All these are my new pens you know, and they're pretty. Well, I'll show you. They take a little bit to open. I'm gonna open one for you because I didn't open the Golden Glow, but I just want to see how you should open it for the first time. And then we have this pretty scallop card. Isn't it nice? Just for something different. Will still fit on a regular envelope, or you can make a square envelope for it, but I'm gonna use a regular envelope for it. And I think it came up very pretty. I cut this from one of the other sheets of paper, and I used the same paper of here, so double duty for this time. Anyway, so these are my 4 cards of the day. So let's get started, because I don't want to overheat my phone like last time. But I took precautions this time. I actually cooled it before I started. So let's see what happens. So we'll start with this one, where the sentiment is coming from behind the flowers. Thank you for the heart. Thank you so much. I like hearts. And I like getting them. So what I did is I cut the paper. This is the paper I was showing you. Let me see if I can show you the whole. Well, I'll show you the other half. So this is kind of like the half of the paper, and the other half is the same, but like this. So we're using just the base. It's 5. And I think I went full size, didn't I? No, I went a little bit less. Yeah, no, I went full size. 5.5 by 4.25. But we're gonna cut this, and I'm saving this because then the back we can use for other things. But then when I cut it like that, I got a strip of the back of this paper, which I embossed to give it a little bit more texture. It's a texture is very similar to the pattern here. It's a tasteful textile. Hi Ginger, how are you? Oh, gray and pink. What is gray? Oh, well, this is actually, I think if you're talking about this, is a cloud cover, which is like a grayish, it's true, it's like a grayish blue. I like it a lot. Anyway, so I embossed this strip, and that's what it's going to go here underneath once I fussy cut that. And we're going to use cloud cover card base, regular. As I said, this is not the... Okay, let me take this off here. Now that I showed you, this is not the fan fold technically, but it kind of has like the top layer that looks like a fan fold, but it's not. I'm not lying. So I'm gonna put this behind this. There's a little bit of extra glue there, but I don't mind because I'm gonna put this on top. So I'm gonna quickly fussy cut my flowers here. I'm gonna skip this one. I mean, it's gonna look different from this one, but I love how this came out. Very nice. So I have it right here. It will be in another area. I'm gonna skip this little bit here. So, and I'm gonna leave a little bit of the outline of this basic beige background. As I've said many times before, if you follow my videos, when you're fussy cutting, it helps moving the paper rather than the scissors. I thought I would pre-cut it, but I thought, no, people need to see where this comes from, so I didn't want to do it. And sometimes the paper gets in the way here on the other end. In this case, these are the flowers with the velvet on them, the white, always the white. Look for the white. I wish you could touch it. It's very cute. Oops. What did I do? This is just getting too long and I cannot really see well here. But I'm making do. I mean, I don't want to cut this part because let's see, it's getting tangled with my scissors here. I'm going to have to cut it. Sorry, because I wanted to use this for something else, but for the sake of this video, and to go fast because I don't want my phone to overheat. All right. Almost there. 2/3 done. I don't want to go too super fast because you want it to look good. So I had a little bit more time. I do a little bit more detail around my outlines there, but as I said, priorities, priorities. All right. So this is what I want to be very careful because this is my prettier part. As I can see, I don't want to cut the leaf that I have there. There we go. All right. Now I can go on the front again. It's like there's a way where I cannot move the paper anymore. I have to come from the other side. Usually we don't fussy cut that big pieces, and that's a little complication, but it's not a big deal. Then you can just clean it as you want. Like I want here a little bit of a indent. Rounded is possible. Like I'm trying to round everything else. This should be smaller. I like to do this when I'm watching TV. Something that I don't have to pay a lot of attention. Okay, we just listen to. All right. I'm gonna cut this piece here too. So much for, well, I have big chunks that I could do something with, but anyway, I don't want to go too down there between the stems, but a little bit, yes. Just because it looks prettier. I guess I went all the way. I don't like how this looks. I'm gonna fix it. See? Sorry, it's square. And it shouldn't be. But it's just hard sometimes when you have a big piece. Okay, that's better. All right, I'm happy with it. Now I'm just gonna clear this. This tiny piece I'm not gonna save, but the others I will. All right. So now we're gonna put this on top of it here in dimensionals. But first, we're gonna do here the sentiment. And for the sentiment, I'm using, oh, did I bring it? I hope I did because I always forget the names. I didn't. Oh well. I brought everything else except that. Is it scalloped something? But I forget. So what I did, I cut this die twice and it gives you the centerpiece, but I cut it once in cloud cover and one in white. And then I'm gonna stamp this with, oh, this was open all the time, my God. Gonna stamp this with these happiest birthday wishes that comes from this set that I have right here. As I said, I brought everything except the Notes of Spring. That was one of the products of the month a couple of months ago, I think. Very pretty and with nice sentiments. And I like the font combination. So I'm going to try to center it here. And I'm doing it in very burst because that's the color of these flowers, pink flowers. Came a little crooked, but not that much. So I'm happy enough. We're just gonna put this together. And how I like to do it is just, I like to put it in the oval upside down and then use a little bit of turn tape to keep it together. How quiet is everybody tonight? Nobody's commenting on anything. I hope it's working. Maybe we're just having a quiet day. Just a little bit. You don't have to put a lot. It's just so to hold it together so you can glue it with no problem, right? And then what I like to do for these kind of more intricate designs, when you're gluing, I just want to put a little bit of glue there, a little bit more, in my silicone mat, on my silicone mat, and just grab this. I mean, I can remove this, but sometimes this is not as helpful if you want to, I'm not going to do it. Because if I want to wiggle it, the liquid glue will let me wiggle it, but not the tear and tape. So I'm just going to go around. And actually, I can put a little bit of glue right here from the pot. And then we're going to center it. You're going to have to put it as high as possible in the center because you don't want it to be cut by the flowers. And then we'll see. We'll have to put this like that. And look how pretty it looks. It doesn't look pretty. It looks different than the other one because these flowers go farther down and here the flowers are a little bit thicker. But it's okay. It works just as well. So we're going to use dimensionals for this. If I can find them. Yes, I can. Oh, you weren't thrown by the fussy cutting. Ginger, that's funny. Oh, we are here. Thank you, guys. Thank you for comforting me. Just after my technical issues last week, I have a little bit of post-traumatic stress disorder here. I'm glad that you're following along. So I'm going to put quite a bit because you don't want this to flatten in the middle. So hopefully I'll have enough dimensionals left for my other projects of the day. Maybe I'll put a little one here. And here, I don't know if it's gonna fit. I'll put it here. Is we gonna fit here? Maybe it will fit here. It does. All right. So now what I have so many PTSD phone fire. Yes, almost. It didn't go on fire, but you know, and I don't want you to have to put up with the humming noise that you had to last time. Oh, this didn't want to come out. Just taking the backings of my dimensionals. All right. And now we square it. There's a little bit of fussiness here. Probably from the velvet being cut and everything. There. Square it with your card as much as you can, which I didn't do a very good job of. And voila. Isn't it pretty? I love it. And then I'm going to embellish it with these garden epoxy dots. And some of them have little flowers. Can you tell? They're so cute. But I'm going to use the berry ones because they go with my, they go with my color. And they also match the flowers. So I'm going to put 2 of the flower ones, which I'm almost running out of, because guess what? They're my favorite. And then I'm going to use a regular one too. I'm going to put this one kind of hidden there. All right. So that's my card. Inside, oh, that's right. I didn't do the inside. Inside, we're going to put a piece of 4 by 5 1/4, and we're going to put a strip of paper. If you have any of the paper in the suite that you have a strip of, you can use that. Because I'm a great believer in saving as much as you can, and don't cut a new sheet just to use a little strip if you can avoid it. All right, so I have a little strip here that hopefully will fit. I don't know even what. Look, it's this one. Perfect. See, it's not the same one, I don't think. Actually the same as this one. Look at that. And there's a little bit of velvet here as well. So let's put it together. Okay, let's glue first this strip. Sometimes I like to put my strips a little bit like this, so you have a little bit of white. Sometimes I want them just flush, and in this case, I want them just flush. But you be the judge. You may have other opinions, or maybe your paper is a little shorter than that, and you can just put it with like all the white around it, and the as wide as your paper allows it to be. So you don't have to cut another piece. It's all about reusing stuff, or using stuff actually, to the very little scraps. All right. So I see when I open the card that this is a little crooked here. I'm not gonna pull it out, but I can see a little bit of the extra here. You could cut it if you wanted. I don't think it makes a big of a difference, but if you want, I just want to give you the option. All right, so these are the first cards. Okay, so moving on, because I don't want to take too much time to overheat the phone again. I know, I'm a lot of PTSD. We are gonna do the scallop one. I love the scallop one. It looks so pretty, isn't it? So I used these dies, the scallop blooms dies. If you don't have them, you can use circles, you can use whatever you want. You know, like if you have other shapes, you can use other shapes. You could use the arch ones, you know, and have the same concept by just gluing the arches here and doing the, you know, like it just want to give you the ideas and use what you have. But if you have anything that's circular or scallopy, it looks very pretty, especially for some card. This one has some stitching, so I'm gonna sandwich them, like, you know, like with the stitching on the outside on both sides. Okay. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually adhere the cover. Yeah, that's what the first thing I'm gonna do. I'm gonna adhere what my paper is. Seems to have an up and like an up and a down here, like, so it seems to be directional. So I'm gonna be mindful of that when I'm gluing. Look how pretty the back is. But of course you have the velvet on the other side, so I'm not gonna use this part for almost anything because I like the velvet part. And I like this is the green is my favorite. It's in Peaceful Pine. And I'm gonna try to make coincide. Some of them coincide, some of them are smaller. They may have one less scallop. I think that looks pretty nice. So now that we have it like this, we're gonna do a scoring line, leaving these three petals, so to speak, on the top, and that's where the action is gonna be. Right? It's very easy card. It's really easy, funful. So I'm just gonna wing it. I'm just gonna put it like my make sure that I don't get any marks on these two petals and only, oh no, I said the three petals and see I'm doing four already. Ay, candy. All right, something like that. And make sure that you're not cutting. You just, I'm gonna do it several times because I have two layers, right? So it's very, very subtle what you get here. And that's it. It's like that. So we're gonna actually, should we put the white first? Okay, so I also cut another one. These dies have one die has stitching and the other, the next size down doesn't. So this doesn't have stitching, so it's perfect for the inside, I think. And we leave the stitching being the interesting one. And as you could see, I cut even a smaller one for my DSP. This came up blurby. All right. Something like that. All right. And then we're going to put glue here on the, quite generously, but being careful that it doesn't seep down on the three petals on the top that we said that that's where the action is going to be. And I'm going to choose which side I want it. Doesn't matter. All right. And then we're going to press. Make sure it's sandwiched properly. And let it dry for a while before you open it. Okay. Meanwhile, we'll work on the sentiment. I have the smaller, it's not, I don't think it's the, I think there's much smaller scallops, but it's one of the smaller scallops. And I'm gonna use the happy birthday that comes in the I have it here, 1 second. Scallop blooms. It's the part of the sweet for the bloom. So yes, I did get For the scallop blooms, which is not the velvet meadow, I got the whole half the suite. I got one of the dies and the sentiments that go with it. So we're gonna use Peaceful Pine. There's some hair. I don't want to end that like I have gluey hand, and there's some strand of fabric or something. I said hair, but it's more like textile. All right. I'm gonna need my mat that I have not cleaned. Well, upholstered. And I'm gonna find a way to put my happy birthday. It's kind of tight, but I kind of like it like that. Perfect. It's very big, but that's how I want it. Love how easily the magnetic ink pads close. All right, so now we can try how this goes. It probably is dried enough. And then we can burnish the fold. There's a little bit of glue there that I'm gonna take off with my glue eraser that came out from pressing down the excess glue. The glue eraser is magic. It's so easy. Oh, there's still a little bit there. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, this, if you open it a lot, this one is gonna get like this, but just press it down and, when you put in your envelope. And now we decorate. We're gonna put this in dimensionals. We're doing excellent timing today, I think. I'm very conscious of the time now. 4 dimensionals will do. And we're gonna center it. Oh, I did the whole thing, and because I decorated the whole thing, put the flowers on and everything, and when I realized my fold was like this, so my happy birthday was crooked, it was just like, oh my God. So I unglued all the decoration and I had to reattach everything, but it worked out. You cannot tell, can you? All right, so now I had cut from this other paper that we have here. This has all these flowers and petals and little velvet flowers that you can barely see. But I cut some of these flowers, fussy cut it already. You're not gonna see me fussy cutting again, sorry. You cannot get transfixed again, Ginger, because I've already fussy cut them. All right, so I have this here, and we'll see how I like them this time. This is a duo. I'm gonna curl the petals so they come out a little bit. I think they look better. And that will go like this. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue here and dimensional underneath. Let's see. There. I didn't even put the glue there, but anyway, I can lift it and put a little bit of, just a little bit. All right. Just a little because I want them to curl up. And this one is not very curled. You can use your fingers too, like that. Because here I want to put another one there. And I'll tell you, you know what I did? I used one of these edges. You know how I was telling you the other day on my tip of the day that you can use the edges for these kind of things that you're not going to see them. Why would you use a whole flower? So you can use the edges to actually create layers that you can put on top or on the bottom, I mean, and the on top ones will be fully complete, and the ones underneath will give the impression that they're complete, but they're not. Okay? And then we are going to put another one there and another one underneath. Just curl away. All right. And this I'm going to put here with a little bit of glue. And I don't think I even need the dimensional underneath here. We'll see. And I have another one that, see, it's missing a part of the petal. That goes underneath there. Oh, let me curl it first. The ones that are going to be seen. And then we're going to tag that one with the cut petal. Under there. All right. And now we're going to do the same thing with the leaves. And you see, this leaf was like cut here. So it was a double leaf and it was not complete. So all you have to do is put a little bit of glue in there. Take one that it was complete and just put it on top. And there we go. We have one there. And this one we can tuck it underneath here, maybe. Yes, that's perfect. I don't know if it's catching the glue. I'm going to add a little bit more glue there so it gets cut. I think I'm going to put just a little dimensional underneath so it doesn't go too far down. Come on. There. Sometimes it's hard to take the backing of the little dimensionals, especially if you have no nails like me, almost no nails. All right. So more leaves. We're going to put single leaves now. And we're going to curl it a little bit. I didn't curl these ones, but I can actually use my fingers to curl them a little bit up. And I think I'm going to put a dimensional because, you know, this is like you be the judge if you see that it's moving too much or that it's going to get caught in the envelope. You know, actually, I like the one it's down and one it's up. So it's kind of cute. Excellent. Sometimes happy accidents happen. All right. This one I'm going to tack over here. It will take a little longer if you happen to glue things on the velvet. This is like the fabric that I was telling you. I don't know. Got caught in my nail or something. I don't know. All right. Some more leaves here. What I did also, and I don't know, I'm not going to use them now, but I hated to use them. I cut the velvet flowers with a punch, like a hole punch, kind of. But you can hardly see them. So I don't know if I would use them or not. So we curl this with our fingers and just put a couple of leaves over there. Yes, this one here, lifting. So it looks like it comes out of, and I need another one for underneath. Just a little bit of glue. I think I use glue dots, and that may work better with the velvet because it glues them immediately. So, but now I forgot and I did this instead. It works anyway. We just have to let it go. All right, finishing touch. I think the inside is plain. So the outside, I'm gonna put a little bow of the beautiful, because I finally got the ribbon. Peaceful Pine ribbon. And I don't want a big bow. I want a little bow. So I just want to play with it until it looks like I want it. And then we're going to trim it. I think this looks pretty nice. What do you think? All right. Using my fabric scissors. This ribbon makes beautiful bows, as you can see. And they're easy to make too. I love it. They're called, by the way, the in color ribbon, whatever, but you know, bordered ribbon. That's what it's called. All right. And now we're gonna put 2 or 3 glue dots here to adhere this bow. I'm gonna put 3 just because there's in the place of the action. You know what I mean? Right there. So you're not gonna see that lifting of that petal that it's got in right in the middle of the scoring line. So that's it. But of course we have to put some bling in it. And for this one I used the pearlized faceted circles, and I used the white ones. Where's my thingy? Here. There's almost no room because I put one here in the middle. Do I want to put in the birthday? Maybe. No, it's too big. Maybe I'll do the little one in the birthday. Let's see. In the eye. Happy birthday. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I like it. And another little one here. All right. Happy birthday. And you have the little scallop card. How do you like it? All right, moving on to card number 3. We are going to do this book bind cut. Oh no, device overheating. Already? Oh my God, yes, it is very, very hot. Oh well. Hopefully, well, I have my cooling here, but I didn't want to use it. So we'll go until I cannot go no more. Okay, so I just got distracted, see, with my PTSD. All right, for this you need regular cardstock base, okay? And we're gonna score this at 1 inch from the fold here. Hello again. I'm back. Hopefully this will work. I'm sorry because I'm sure that I cannot hear the buzzing, but I know that you do, so I apologize for that. But at least I can continue. Let me know if you can see me and hear me. There's because now I have the fan going. There's a little bit more weight to my camera. Anyway, okay, so I said that we were gonna score it at 1 inch from the spine of the card. Okay. We were doing so well with time. I thought I had more time, but anyway. So this is gonna open like that. So I want to make sure that I can open the card like this, and then we're gonna glue it here, and that is the bookbinding fan fold. All right, I see it's not totally. Let me square it. I think there's a little bit of overhang on that side. Maybe it's just me. Let me just rectify that with my own. It's just a smidge, but since I saw it, why not fix it? What I do is just I press both the top and the bottom layer against the rail, and then you'll get whatever bumpiness is here, and then you flatten it, and that will make it totally equal, right? Okay, so we're gonna put this thing here. This is a strip of, because this is one, now this is a strip of 3/4 by 5 1/4. And I embossed it with the Fern and Flora embossing folder, but you can use whatever you want. This doesn't know, it just, you want a little bit of texture, and I went for something that was floral or herb-like kind of. All right, so we're gonna center it, and that's it. Then we're gonna grab our beautiful bordered ribbon. I'm gonna open this because I don't want that much, so I'm just gonna get this much. I'm angle cutting it for my next cut, not because I need it angle cut for this one, because it's not gonna be seen. Oh yes, I love that. I'm happy you like the trim, the tip. I had it a while ago. I put it on my Tuesday tip, but I use it all the time. It's actually very handy. All right, so with my if I can find it, stamping seal, I'm gonna use the usual thing that I do for my ribbons, which is I just put a little bit of stamping seal on each edge, and then I just fold them in. Oops, see, these got cut, but thankfully I can reapply. Got cut in the middle, that's why it was so crooked. The idea is that it goes in the center of that strip. That's why it doesn't matter what embossing folder you're using, because it's gonna be mostly covered. But just for, this is crooked, so a little bit farther to the center. Let's see. Okay, I like it like that. Now that I like it like that, I'm gonna put glue, and we're gonna close this. I'm gonna put a little bit of glue on top of that. Not much glue here, because when I close it, I don't want it to seep out. And then we're closing it. I'm going to close it like this. I just want to make sure that we didn't see any glue coming out. All right. So that's, oh, now the fire department. Always something happening. Now we have this piece of 3 by 5 1/4 that I use in the same. I mean, you can use, if you use, there's fussiness here too. You can use any color that you want, but because my color, my card was, my paper, feature paper was green and white, I went for the Peaceful Pine, which is one of my favorite colors. So actually, I'm gonna put this first. Make sure that it goes well. How is the font going? It's much cooler now. Wondering if I should stop the fan. Is it very noisy? Can you hear the buzzing a lot? I cannot hear it. Okay, then we're gonna. This is 3 by 5 1/4. The DSP is 2 3/4 by 5. Okay, and then we're gonna mount it there. This is a very easy card. We center it, and that's it. And now, oops, there's a hair that keeps like, I don't know if it's from paper or something. It keeps appearing here. Then what I did, I used this. I can't remember what it's called. Is it like labeled? And I don't like this one because I see it's not properly done. This one is better. All right. So it's one of the punches, but you can use whatever you want. And I'm gonna use the shimmer brush in Peaceful Pine. Look, see how I reuse the paper? So hopefully I'll do it well on this side because I don't have the back side for that one. I don't know if you can see the shimmer. It's pretty shimmery. It's hard to see with the flash on. And I'm just gonna give it an edge. That's gonna be shimmery. The goal is that they're all the same thickness. It is very hard because of the brush. If you press down, it will widen. And if you do it lightly from the top, it will be thinner. Like, see, if I do it very, very lightly, it's just very thin. But I don't want it that thin because the rest is white, because I wanted the recipient, to see the shimmer here. If you go over it again, you get more shimmer even. So, but anyway, I think I have enough with this. Maybe I'll straighten this up a little bit. This looks lighter than the other one. I can play with it forever, but I'm not gonna. This one needs to be just a tiny bit wider. There. I think I'm pretty satisfied with that. Now we're gonna use the Thinking of You that it's in the Places and Frames stamp set. You can use whatever you want. I mean, this can be your sentiment of choice, whatever you need, sentiment of choice. I'm not using my mat. I should have, but it looks good enough And look, can you see the hair here? Oh my God. I don't know where this is coming from. I don't feel any tackiness in my finger, but something gets cut all the time. Oh well. All right. So now we have that. And I'm just, because this is going to be a sympathy card, I'm just going to be very simple in my decoration. I have a friend who doesn't like any embellishments in the sympathy cards, but I'm like, they can look pretty still, even if there's sympathy, I think. All right. We center it. We put some embellishments of the in color kind. In color dots. I love them. I got more. They were on back order and they came back. So I got some more coming. And I'm just gonna do a little bit here. And another one there. And as you see, I put a bow, but I didn't want a bow like the one in the scallop card because it's too girlish or whatever. So I did one of these flat bows. It's a faux bow. So let me show you how I made it. I just cut a piece of ribbon. And I use glue dots, which are here. Okay. So I put a glue dot here to fold this. And then another glue dot here to fold the other side. And now we have the base, and now we have to do the middle. So I just get another piece, now smaller. That's too small, I think, Candy. Let's see if I can make it work. Turn it around. Yeah, that's too small. Okay. About a little bit one, a bigger one. You can always trim it down. To help ourselves, I'm just gonna put. I actually didn't put the ribbon here now, but we're gonna put it in the back, in the center, and then I just put that here and wrap it around. And wrap it around and glue it with another glue dot. Okay, wrap it around. And then we're gonna cut this. Yeah. Doesn't it look pretty? I think it's very elegant. So it's a bow, but it's not a girly in your face bow. And then I'm gonna put 3 glue dots there. I have my glue dots right here. Okay. In the center. Actually, and I'll put one underneath because this is moving a lot. So I'll just put one here to hold it. I think we're losing the light a little bit because, as I told you last week, I had to put the fan. I have to unplug the light. All right, and our bow. And voila, here you have it. A very simple. I didn't decorate the inside. You could put a strip of paper or something. I'm gonna leave it as is. I like that simplicity for a card, for a sympathy card. But if it was a birthday card, I would probably put something like a flower or something. Oh my god, this is falling. There we go. Looks like it's fun. All right, so last card of the day. Last card of the day is this pretty fan fold that opens like this. And it closes like this. All right. So let's do it quickly before we lose all the light. I wonder if I can just unplug now and put the light back on. I could try. This is pretty. I'm gonna unplug this. Excuse me. Oops. Yeah, I think this is cool enough. And I'm gonna plug the light instead. All right, see the difference? See the difference that the plug makes? Now that I don't have that, I can actually slide the camera a little bit more. It's gonna get hot very quickly. But let's do it fast. Let's see what happens. All right, card base, regular, 8.5 by 5.5, score at 4.25, like that. And then the front, we're gonna score at 2 1/8. So 2 1/8, 2 1/8. There. I should have done the other way, but it's fine. It's fine. All right. So we have that. Now we're gonna have our two panels now here. And these panels are gonna be 1 7/8 each by 5.25. We're just gonna glue them, hoping that they're, maybe I'll do them this way because they look like they continue. Yes. Oh no, sorry. We're forgetting one important piece. Is that the wings. So I have two strips of 1 by 2 score in the center. So I have to glue them like this, like a butterfly. So I'm gonna put a little bit of glue. I'm glad I remember. Trying to go fast so the phone doesn't die again. But fast is the enemy of good. And then I'm gonna do the other one first. That's what it should have done. All right. Like so. Okay. And now you can glue that part. I'm gonna put some more glue because now I put it all over my working area. Silly me. All right. So that's the front of the card. And here's where your sentiment will go. And because it's heat embossed in white, and I use this from the Winnie the Pooh stamps, sweet words and labels. The best kind of days are the days we spend together. I love that sentiment. You're just gonna put glue here and here, and glue our sentiment in the center. I used the dies from the same set. So now when it folds like that, it will pop out. Isn't it cute? Now for the inside, we have a regular card, 4 by 5 1/4. All right. And then I have a strip here that I embossed also with the Fern and Flora because I had, and it's in green, peaceful green. This is 3/4 by 5 1/4, and we're gonna put it in dimensional. So it will be our stop for the side easel. And I'm gonna put quite a bit of them because you want them to be the stop, so they cannot, the paper cannot sink, or if it sinks, it won't stop. So I think I did 6. And we're gonna align it with the white paper there. Like so. And voila, that's it. That's the card. We can embellish with some pearls. I'm using the, if I can find them. Well, oh, here they, no, they're not. Here they are. All right. I'm using the Pearls of Beauty and the white ones. But you use what you have. This is the whole theme of my life together today. Not only to showcase the beautiful velvet Meadow, but also to say, no need to buy more. You can use what you have. All right. So that's it. That's all my, those are all my 4 cards today. And we did pretty good timing despite the technical difficulties again. This is, okay, this is dry already. So I can show you the 4 cards. And you can tell me which one is your favorite. I always ask, and you never do tell me. But this lost the embellishment here. So this, my favorite is this one. But I like this as well. So, but I like them all, actually. So I'm happy with the 4 of them. Alrighty. I'm going to let you go pretty quickly so my phone doesn't get damaged. And I'll see you. No, I won't see you next week because it's Memorial Day. So I'll post that I'm going to be off Memorial Day. I'll see you on the 31st. Okay, the end of May already. Well, have a nice, lovely Memorial Day weekend. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye. Good night. And let me know which one you like. And if you're watching the replay, please subscribe, comment, follow, you know, the usual. That would help me a lot. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.